once again to your favorite podcast. It's Let's Talk About This. And my name is Icon J. Yeah. And as we all know, I'm never the only one on this set. This time around, I have my people with me because this topic today is going to be very exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, like Carol we always say, ladies first. Carol Laura is in the set. And
hi lovers all over the world, my name is Carol Laura, the one and only love doctor, and I'm here with my patient
Alex, our ever faithful patient.
Sorry, you'll be fine.
Alex.
Alex as always.
What I do that?
Alex as always.
I'm Prince Alex anyways.
Don't worry, you pay money so that we will stop. You understand?
We are just doing free advert.
Who's free advert?
No, please, I want to suggest something. Okay. If you are in the comment section and you think Alex is cute, you can just
please.
I can send you his Instagram and I can send you his personal phone number. Yes, I can send you his hotline. I can send you everything. I think he needs a woman in his life. I can't be the only one here with him.
Actually, I'm a businessman. Patronize me. Send my contacts.
Okay.
Well, that's by the way, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have something exciting for you guys. Yeah. I was talking about the fact that Alex is single and they need someone in his life.
Something great.
The pressure is getting worse. This is 2024. If you are going online, there was a wedding we did recently. It caused a lot of violence. Very dark man and the rest. But aside from that, there are lots and lots and lots of wedding happening this period. And if you are not careful, if you turn on your social media on Saturdays or on Thursday, the pressure can kill you. I thought we all agreed girls said men has come, but every Saturday and Thursday you are packing the scums.
After you saying fear women,
I still pack the women to
you
church.
still pack them to church. Even though you not smile while giving the ring.
Yeah, we don't smile because we are spending the money. And to discuss that with us, actually, we have with us, a transformational public speaker. She is keen on building ideal Christian relationships and also involved in practical Christian living. She is a graduate of UI, University of Ibadan, and at the same time, she is also a 500 level medical student. She is the author, the speaker of Arike Speaks, as well as Breath. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Akiniyi Arike is in the studio with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her.
You're welcome. When you say she's the author, I wanted to use
the finisher.
Finisher of our faith.
Jesus,
it's my absolute honor to be here. Thank you for having me again.
I don't know, has anybody actually peppered you anytime soon? Or maybe recently this year?
What can you say pepper? I mean, there's been a lot of really great weddings and, you're happy for them. We have the likes that are in the Christian world such that for us it's kingdom marriage. So that's why people are, hailing them. I think Theophilus Sunday got married.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
Please. People were like, because he had actually just released an album that had there's no glory in this world for me, Kiliko.
No, it was offered to
people were not like, which means you say there's no glory in this world for you. So what you're holding is a lot of glory. Because the wife is really pretty and all of that. And so like I said, what made 2024 peculiar is that it's not just random people get married, because I think we've always had a lot of weddings. Nigeria has always, we expand celebrations, so weddings have always been a big deal. But yeah, I don't think any wedding has pepper. Like when you use that word pepper, nah, I won't say that.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, one of the thrilling things about it is that, like you said, it's very good. We are seeing a lot of people get married, both in secular, spiritual. 2023, the Oni of Ife went on the rampage. It was just I was thinking it would pack Carol to one particular side.
Leave my king out of this. All hail the king.
They're packing too.
No, not really.
No, to a very large extent, for someone like me, I never expected this life that
Exactly, that was another angle.
It's a shock.
Yeah, that was what made it peculiar.
The one that shocked me the most was when the funny thing was that, like you talked about Theophilus Sunday, the day I saw Theophilus Sunday's wedding, the wedding pictures specifically, I was with a friend. Funny thing, we just finished praying. And one of the songs we sang while praying was "I have been offered to a giant."
Oh, right. we don't finally see that now.
So like finally I was like, wow, this guy, the creature. And I told that guy, fear women. Women even took a man of God from God.
Or God sent her to him.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So to very large extent, I was saying weddings. And to a friend of mine was doing her birthday. She was to climb the 30th floor.
Oh, yeah.
And she honestly sent a text to me and said, guy, am I a pencil to God? Like, look at this person, that person, that person. And I knew now the pressure
It's
is
getting
actually
worse.
getting
Oh,
to
yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when even spiritual brothers, when they got married, you begin to see ladies that were almost like they were in their cycle.
Okay.
We're already having this mentality that I thought I would have been paid. I thought it could have been made. Some will be like, okay, there was a time in 2020 we began to hear songs like carry me they go, Jehovah, carry me they go, my husband house. You understand? So I don't know, with the way things are currently and the pressure that is coming towards getting married.
Yeah.
I thought our generation was done with that aspect, you know. But now I'm beginning to see we are done with our mouths. Are we really done with our hearts? Is the pressure not getting to some of us in the literal sense?
Yeah.
But okay, let me say something to that. I think the kind of pressure that we're struggling with, which is even still there anyways, and what we're struggling with now is quite different. What it was before was culturally inclined. Is that in terms of the culture, by the time you're 25, your parents are like Alpha Kilo Shele.
The same parents that the Caribbean
and
is
you know the funny thing, if you graduated as a say maybe 24, let's say your final year was 24, they do not expect to see a man with you. But you see, as you're done with school, especially if you're not one of those people who have plans to do more, go for masters or whatever it is, they're like, you know, to cooking already. Do you understand? Like, what are you do not? That's when they will not start calling you randomly. Your mom will say, "Boy, every month now they talk, boy, happy new month." And man, all of it out of the blue, all of a sudden in the middle of the month, I go, wherever when you can care no okay, at Kiraton, TB nko, kini TB. What exactly is TB? You know? So that was what we're dealing with then, from the parents, from the society. It's like, and then 30 seemed to be the cut-off mark that the society just gave. Yeah. So once you're tending towards 30, there's already some pressure around you, even in your own head. You're like, people will start to talk, people will start to ask my mom. Then my mom will now be telling me how people have been asking her, so therefore I have to do something.
Or how she has been attending other people's weddings.
Exactly. But take it, and all of that. So that's what we always had to deal with. But now, it's more, how we have Gen Z everything, right? And everything is new age.
You can't be shameless.
Yes. So the pressure we're feeling now is even less of the age factor. It's more of me say one love now. Me say one love. Maybe they do God when that is what is pressuring people now. Because you see, you find out that half of the people in comments doing God when am I paying so. This will never even near age to the shout wedding. Some of them are 22, 21. Wait. Yeah. What the funny thing is, it's even funny that we're having this conversation because just earlier today, after clinic, right, I was just discussing with some of my classmates. So a couple of us came in as direct entry. I finished physiology already in UI before I came back to school for medicine, right? And we're just talking about the fact that who's going to marry first, right? Wow. And obviously those who were doing their first degrees, they were like, these UDE people now, people are already quarter to marry. Like, wow. Because for this, I not mention the fact that with or without medicine, I already knew I wasn't going to marry early.
Wow.
I felt like it was so that which was the basis of the conversation we had.
Wait,
why did I say okay?
Why did you?
So I think from a very early age, I knew that I had a lot of things that I wanted to explore. I had a lot of things inside of me that I wanted to be able to, put out and all of that. Now, keep in mind that, according to the Bible, sorry to get biblical, but while one would chase 1,000, two would chase 10,000. So it's not to say that, marriage would cage you. If you marry right, marriage is not intended to cage you. However, you see, there is a phase between being under your parents and being with a husband. I feel like a lot of ladies do not maximize that phase. And that honestly is when you get to know you. that's when you can, like right now, if you sat me down and said, oh okay, tell me about you. Have you had conversations with a girl where like, tell me about you, like there's really nothing to say.
Yeah.
What? There's not. What do you mean?
There's nothing to say.
Oh, now you go stop me at some point. Like, okay, yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
Because I have taken time to discover myself.
Yeah.
Do you get? I was having a conversation with a friend just recently, like, that I know I put myself into a lot of things. I'm involved with a lot of things, but I'm getting to a phase where I'm, pacing myself. I'm becoming more conscious that, okay, whatever it is I am investing energy or time or money or whatever it is, it's either of two things. Either it's for me, I enjoy it, it gives me joy, whatever it is, or it's for the sake of purpose. I know that this is among, what God has destined for me to do in life. And this is just, 20 something years old now, right? And this is a discovery I just got like a month ago. Because before I'm always everywhere. There's always something I'm doing. If I'm not hosting an event, I'm speaking at an event. If I'm not doing that, I'm in med school. If I'm not in med school, so there was a lot of things, right? And usually when I have a burst of events like that, maybe a week that was really busy, I had to go between med school to hosting an event. There was I think we had TEDx in Unimed, and I was to host that Saturday, and Monday was the start of my end of posting exams. Now in med school, when you are having those exams, everybody they shut down. As in, you just say we just disappear for streets. You'll not be like, I don't see you for 1 month exams, so everybody don't shut down. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So my mates, when they now saw pictures and saw that I was the one hosting, like, guy, how you do? How did they run out? Like, how did you, But so this was the life that I was living. And usually when I have a period like that, I would eventually come down to, why do I even do the things I do? Because I'm so drained, I'm so spent. So I'm like, why do I even do these things? Do you get? So just last month I realized that the reason I feel that way is because I have not, affirmed to myself why I'm doing these things. So I just feel so burnt out. So last month I just processed it, prayed about it, and all of that. I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to be just entering anything. I won't be putting my effort and whatever into anything. It's going to be things that are targeted. Is it for purpose or is it for me? So that when I feel stressed, I can tell myself, oh well, it gave me joy. Or, oh well, I was able to impact this person, so that fulfills me. Do you get my point? So that's something I just discovered. And I feel like that phase of self-discovery, a lot of ladies are willing to skip it. Like, let's just get to the love part. Do you understand? In fact, in this generation, there are people, it was also one of the things we're discussing this month, there are people who are even in relationship, not even for the marriage that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just to be able to take nice pictures, nice videos, and people are like, oh, you all look cute together, and blah, 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 and all of that. Do you get? So that's the pressure we're dealing with now, is the God-when pressure. Me say, I want post picture. Me say, I want to mirror picture with my man. Me say, these things that we now do, that you now post the hands. You now post 2 ice cream cups and all of these things. You know, go show the man, you go, they show us, come show now we post you when you post. You understand? No, we force you when you post. The post when you post, you can't they hide the man, they hide now. You understand? So I think that's the pressure we're dealing with now. So it's quite
the God-when
pressure.
pressure.
Yeah, the God-when pressure.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No, I made that statement yesterday. I said Nigerians, we are kind of classist in nature, and that gives us this competitive mentality. We always want to compete with our friends, compete with this person, compete with that person. And the minute you begin to compete or compare, and the comparisons begin to get into play, you won't be satisfied. I think I like something you said, that at least you discovered that the space between from under your parents to being with your spouse
Now, do you know that's
is a long phase.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of women, I'm saying this for women because I think I've experienced it a lot.
Yeah, I know.
So, right?
Looks like you have a lot of history.
I know.
So now I know that I've met several women
Wow.
who lacks that self-discovery ability. Now they don't even know who they are,
Right.
what they will be, or where they are going. You understand? Now I get into some of those relationships. No, not all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sorry,
wait,
let's
wait,
take that one.
wait.
You said some of
Yeah.
those relations.
Wait,
wait,
now
wait,
let me
wait.
finish. She's not my dog.
I see why everybody's coming at you.
So I get into some of those relationships now with the mentality that, okay, Alex, you can help this person.
Oh,
You can help this person discover
Okay.
who she is, who she can be, or where she's going. Then it will start working out, but one day she will just open her mouth. You're trying to make me become you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now I have to step back a bit and ask how am I making you become me?
Yeah.
First, okay, I'm going to pick one example, basically.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to call her name.
It's
but
fine.
So,
She's watching.
sorry, if she sees this video, will she be able to identify?
Yeah, she will know she's the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
she will know.
Men has come for it.
Choose your small wisely, please.
She will know. So, I met her. She's just this very good person.
Okay.
A graduate, a core member,
Okay.
and I was done serving them.
Calm down now.
Wait, now, relax,
We don't know
relax.
the story already.
Wait.
You already know this. Okay, sorry.
You cannot know
Just
this
pay
story.
attention.
You cannot know this story. So, a core member, I was done serving then and working. Then I started dating her. Then, before then, I've been asking questions. What do you like doing? Then I know that she loves writing. You get? So, now I'm also a writer. Then I wanted to help her writing. Then I want to also help her to, okay, not just writing now. How can we monetize your talent?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, aside from just monetizing your talent, what else can you do aside writing that is just within that same range? Do you understand? Now, I started working towards it. I started helping her. Okay, I know you speak well. You can do media. Do you understand? So let's start bringing you up in media. You understand?
God,
So I was literally out for this lady.
Yeah.
Then she's a single parent. Then
Okay.
I will not do that, but because of the kind of idea I have, I think I can really help her. Now, I don't want to go into other things, but the first thing is you are trying to make me become you. Then I was not even a media person. Yes, I do films,
Yeah.
but I don't see film as just media, it's content creation. Do you
Yeah.
understand? I was not even a media person. Then I started telling her that, how? I'm not even in media.
Media,
She
yeah.
said, you used to like this girl. She's in media. This person you talk about.
So you're making
So
me like
you're
them.
making
or something
me
like
because
that.
it's like you're like, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. Do you understand? Then later, me, I will not break up relationship with her. But I gave her the sign.
So it's tricky. So you're one of those men
I will not.
that will not break the relationship, but
Yeah.
they go
Just
push
don't
you
sign it.
I will
to
push
the point where you break
Yeah,
out
no,
yourself.
you're not
bring the
alone in the
ingredients for
relationship.
breakfast.
You just come say, Alex, I don't think this is working. I'll tell you, yes, it has not been working.
It has not been working for
It
a
has not been
while.
working. You are just the one not seeing it. So she ended the relationship.
You
She got-
ended the
No, she
relationship.
ended the relationship. Me, I left the relationship.
You did the preamble.
You're not responsible for that relationship.
So the first job she will ever get was in media. And she called me and said, I'm working with so media house in Lagos. I said, wow. So then all she was doing was editing their news,
Yeah,
writing
yeah.
for them and all that. Then later they said, you have the face, you can present, you can read news and all that.
Oh, okay.
So as at that point, she will now read news, send me videos, and tell me how can I improve. Now, you had this thing.
And then
It
when
was
trying
just
to help you.
I was trying to help you. Now you are coming back. I say, maybe you have teachers there.
They don't be run out because
Just the one that killed me the most was when I said, see, yeah, babe, you have better things to do with your time than just sit down with your baby boy and watch Baby Naija. And this boy, you complain he's spanking your ass, he's doing this, he's doing that. Beat this guy. You understand? Don't waste time. Deal with him. Then stop putting him in front of Baby Naija that are wearing panties and bra. Why would he? Children have photographic memory.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The next thing this girl will tell me is, after all, he's not your child. When you give birth to your own, you can tell me what to do. That was where I knew that the relationship is over.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? And that was when I knew that this relationship is over.
But your eye don't see, Sha.
Yeah, I don't see.
Your eye don't see.
You understand?
Funny enough, aside the points, right?
Yeah.
But I really fear for parenting in our generation.
Exactly.
Maybe I fear for
Exactly.
you.
That's aside the
Different.
point. That's a different
Different
story
ball
entirely.
game.
But gosh.
But now, the biggest thing that I'm trying to point out is
Normally,
a lot of
the
women.
show is rated 18. Why would you even make your child?
Yeah, that's what made me say what I said.
It's
Because
rated 18.
I would expect that a typical parent would want to protect their children. In fact,
Yeah.
it is reason enough, even if you dey watch Baby Naija normally, For the sake
You
of the
allow
fact that
them.
now
Children.
you have a child that is with
You won't watch.
You will not watch.
Yes.
It's just I don't.
You can follow online and see.
Let's not go into parenting.
Yeah, I mean, because
first.
it's a difference.
Let's
between
not go into
child,
parenting.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to bring out is I've met several ladies who don't even know
What
what they are,
what they
what
have,
want,
where
you
they're
understand, where they are
yeah.
going and all that.
Yeah.
And it's for my kind of person, you are one, a distraction. Two, I have to work my ass out to maybe try to understand your person.
Are you distressed
Or
yourself?
now, most times,
Sorry, I come. What would you do in that case? Because you don't say that you distress yourself.
No, me.
You're just excuse like
Jack,
I can't do.
I wish I can talk
so
freely. But let me
wait,
not talk.
no, you talk. Oh. So literally now, what I do is, if I have that kind of person,
Right.
which I'm not, I think I don't, I'm not hoping to have that kind of person anymore.
Yeah.
If I have that kind of person, this is what happens. Communication, you won't get it. Because I will tell you literally, I don't think I can have this, I can have communication with you. Now, you're not politically sound, socially sound, intellectually sound, morally sound, you're just off it. Now, I'm trying to parent you again. Do you understand? And you're making my life hell.
But you know that's
So
that's the funny
for that
thing.
for that reason, if I happen to date that kind of person,
Yeah. Okay.
I will not have communications with you. It's maybe the lovey things. We'll go out, eat, come back, sleep. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Do whatever we want to do to ourselves, and we are all. You understand? You will not get.
My brother.
Wait now. Wait. See, I'm not what.
I thought it was just me.
So
What do you do to yours in like that?
Like
no,
you eat together.
Oh, right,
watch
yeah,
games,
watch
movies,
yeah, watch movies,
yeah.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix
you understand? Then I will watch you because I will hope that most times you can, from whatever point you have this intellectual understanding that okay, let me observe my man, let me see what he likes, or let me see because me I will also observe you. Now, and that is why I will draw the curtain. Whether I should even start a communication or I should not even bother myself. Now, when you come to me and say, we are not talking, it's not my fault. You don't look like a person I can talk to.
But you know the funny thing is that this thing Alex is saying, there are many guys that does this secretly. I told the girl something. The day you begin to see a guy uninterested in things he was interested in, know that guy he has zoomed off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's
Yeah,
for both
Then
genders actually.
exactly
And
because
Because a female does that.
do
You,
you know-
think if your wife, your
Same
girlfriend
thing
is
with
nagging,
next
the way
gender.
she stops.
Sometimes if you guys are fighting, it shows you guys are still in love with each other.
Yeah.
The funny truth is that
valid.
if you guys don't even fight at all, that is when problem has entered.
You know, I have my reservations on this.
No.
Because I had a relationship.
Back
for
comment.
almost-
Those guys had a lot of fights.
We did fight, and it was my best.
Alex, not again.
Are you guys together?
How can we have two
I
stories
said
in one
truly.
episode? How can we have two stories in
This
one
guy
episode?
has
The
stories.
same is for the next.
He has stories for all
The same is for the
episodes.
next.
Wait. Before we even go to this other story, let me just mention the fact that I mean, when it comes to love and relationships, I say never, right? As much as we say, okay, ideally you should have fights every once in a while, blah blah blah. It's possible. However, I really think that for a relationship that's starting off, when you don't have disagreements, agreements, fights, and conflicts and stuff like that, somebody is just letting somebody know.
Yes, somebody is
Because like that-
somebody is pretending.
Somebody hasn't found themselves, so they are just walking. For instance, if you're with a girl who doesn't have any opinions about anything, whatever you tell her,
Okay,
you just go with it.
fine,
So
alright.
it's either that or that there was really, if someone is with you for, let's
You
just
know-
enjoy the good times.
Do you
That
know?
person doesn't want to stress.
At all.
You, for instance, I like if you are with a man that, okay, today you are worried about how he dresses, or you're worried about what he's doing with his money. Like, are you saving? It's because you're thinking of the future with this guy.
Yeah.
If you're thinking, oh, let's just walk here,
Then
I
you
think- I think
even
they don't
know.
bother.
I
Wait,
think it depends on the
It'll
partner.
be all fun.
let's
It depends on-
even
wait,
look at it from
okay.
another angle now. You're talking about you trying to give her a life, give her that face that she already has. It's just one or two things that you wanted to add to her life. But now let's take it to a woman that already had that face. Okay, imagine someone telling her girlfriend, the only problem I have with you is you're jumping up and down. Okay, now this is the definition of jumping up and down to me. She's active at every level, events, politics, business wise, and she's a social media person. So it believes that you are everywhere, you are jumping up and down, but you've not even taken time to ask her, why are you doing all of these things? Because of course, if not for purpose, it's either okay because I enjoy doing it, or this is actually my career. So separating all of that, but you in your mind you think she's doing everything. She's not just everywhere for no reason.
Yeah, there are guys that can't handle the kind of women they
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you
yeah.
can't. Do you think you can actually handle that kind of life you're bringing up for her?
I don't know about Alex.
Okay.
But I know that there are guys that you see when you see what we call a virtuous woman.
Yeah.
You know, she's good with her work.
Yeah.
She knows how to cater to you as a man. She's future
different
oriented.
women
She's
at different
everything,
times.
all of that. And you know, you see her from afar, you're like, oh no, you can just get this one for my babe like this, as my babe and all of that. The truth is, half of the men that want that can't handle it.
They can't handle it. That's
They can't
the truth.
because I was watching this interview between Imam Oh My God, and I think he started a podcast kind of thing.
Yeah.
Imam Oh My God, and I think Gaze Baba. Gaze Baba is a gospel artist, and he was talking about how that from a very young age he already knew that he wanted a strong woman, like a woman who was independent, a woman who knew what she was going for, right? And so he had started reading books like that, and so I think he said he bought it for the girlfriend that he was dating then, and she goes, let's say I want to go. This book where you buy for me, I don't know, because I think it was something about be your own woman or something like that. And the girl was like, so according to him, the babe he now eventually got married to, who is his wife now, when they started dating, he realized she already had that book, and that for him was just, this is what I'm talking about. You get my point. So
I downloaded books. Bought the books.
No,
Let's read.
She not gonna read. You even offer to read with her. Oh my God.
One chapter at least every week.
You know this particular
Alex, but I think you should give him the
this particular thing he's talking about. This particular thing, and I remember telling Alex myself because he talked about it to me.
Oh, okay.
You know, in fact, the reason why that relationship lasted for a very long time was because I was very involved. So I told this guy that period, I said, now you distress yourself over some things. Me, I've understood people to an extent that not everybody has the capacity to take things immediately.
Yeah.
You said something recently. You said it took you just barely over a month to realize something about yourself. Do you know, all of us, there is a time for everything. There is a love book in the scripture I love so much, Songs of Solomon. There is a part of Songs of Solomon I like to read. They will tell them, women of Jerusalem, awaken love not till it's time.
Yes.
So there are some things that is time based. The kind of woman you are looking for, the kind of man you are looking for, sometimes the process.
Yeah.
It could take 30 years, it could take 40 years, it could take 50 years before she gets there. You need to have the patience. Whereas when we read our Proverbs 31, I don't realize whether we used to read that in that the woman first was addressing a king, not a boy anyhow, before he addressed the virtuous woman. So if you are not yet a king,
then you cannot.
why is the fine virtuous woman?
Of
It's
course,
just like,
it's just like
a guy
putting a gold bracelet on a pig.
Yeah, that's
a guy that is finding that does not have up to 10k, you dey find body. You will cry.
No, that's actually very bad.
You will cry.
See, there are two angles to what you just said, and that's a very valid point actually, because two things. Now, when a generation where people are quick to go God when, honestly, you say God, they really answer or the God when.
Oh, break up the
people don't
plenty.
tire because it's any small thing we don't do. I'm sure
Even for things that are not supposed to be God when.
You go shout God.
Do you understand?
That
You know,
is
there are people who are just addicted to love or relationships or whatever the case is, right? So you have them doing God when to any and everything. The same you that is doing God when to Theophilus Sunday and his wife, right? No, you would think that this kind of person, it means that kingdom marriage is what you're going for and blah blah blah. This same person would also be doing God when to some TikTok couple that are together and doing what was like, auntie, what do you want? Stay one place. What kind of So there are people like that. But back to what Icon was saying, right? About the fact that it's a time factor. And I think that a lot of us, now just to drift spiritually for a bit, when we do God when, Father Lord peace, hey, bring it now, I'm ready, I want the relationship, be safe, am I whatever, and blah blah blah. I feel like we keep skipping the part that what if you're not ready for that relationship?
And you think you are ready.
And you think you're ready. What if you're not ready? Because guess what? If and funny thing is, I was still having this conversation with a friend just like I think just a couple of days ago about the fact that when I look back, the very first relationship I had, we both came to an agreement that we're handed that relationship at the wrongest time. The relationship ended on a very good note. We're still friends and blah blah blah. It was a great relationship, but we're too young. What ended that? What destroyed that relationship was something we would have been able to handle if we were just a little older, if we were just a little more mature. So a lot of times we're praying for, just because of the God-went pressure, everybody is in a relationship now, blah blah blah. Me say, I won't enter a relationship. Are you really ready though? As you did now, are you ready to handle a woman? Are you ready to push a woman towards her goals? And for the
you're liking me. This time around.
You don't get strength, have
Business first.
Person don't say I have just one more talking stage left.
Honestly.
If person doesn't use this one like this,
It's
over. Anybody in fact,
They don't use my own finish.
there's different versions that people see. Person don't say. Person don't say at this point, if anybody comes to me and is asking me a question, we'll put here. I'll send you PDF. I've compiled it. I'm not stressed. I do not have stress.
So I think from my own end, the time of the waiting time, when you're aspiring for that life of God, when should be a time we invest more in ourselves. Get to know yourself.
I'm tired of trying to make people know themselves.
Skills.
It's now time to
skills level the tire.
Do you know that was the biggest
Keep
problem in that
learning.
relationship you had?
Okay.
You were trying to help someone who
That
has
is
not
not
discovered
ready.
herself
See,
to discover. You don't
Wait,
see.
the point is you
Self
don't drag
discovery comes first.
who is not dragging.
Do you understand?
Yoruba said
For instance, then discovered.
No.
Do you understand? And that was when you could then help. And at the time you were trying to help her, she didn't
She
understand what you were
discovered
dragging her
herself.
to. Like she just felt like,
Exactly.
why this guy they drag you? I can imagine you as a boyfriend calling her up like every night, like, how far this thing you said you were writing now? How far have you finished the book? And she's like, why this guy they stress me now? You get a book, no maybe they write the book. You make her write now.
Now you dey write business ideas. How?
You go be like, let me write at my pace now. Do you understand? Because for her, that was the level of development that she had reached. There was no pressure. For somebody who has discovered themselves and they realize that there is so much they want to do with their life, no time to be spending months on a particular book. Like 1 month they don't write and finish. They are passing to their boyfriend like, I need you to tell me this. What do you think? Blah 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 blah. That is a woman who has discovered. So you were dealing with a woman who had not yet discovered herself, and you were putting in all the work to force the discovery on top of her.
Was I forcing it?
But that was all. No, you were trying to help, but that is what she would have recognized.
You were forcing it.
Because she knows I've been waiting you they drag her for like. Why you dey stress me? Now me tell you say I dey write.
You dey give us experienced students PhD work.
I know.
I don't hear, but I
But
don't
do
get.
you know the saddest
stage again?
You know the sad thing in conclusion, as we're concluding on this particular
Yeah.
discussion, the thing is, the sad part of everything we discussed today, because it can trace back all our discussions, is we discover that our generation is saying God went to something we are not ready for.
Exactly.
Both men and women. A man wants a virtuous woman, they are not yet a king. A woman wants a virtuous man, and she's not yet virtuous.
Yes.
You want the king, you are not yet virtuous. You end up like Sadat Butch. Sorry.
Call her. I'm from Kogi State, and they find out they wait to stay again. That could. Boys, they wait for that for street. You know, governors they disgrace us. People wait for us get sense too. They disgrace us.
No, but to a very large extent, it's just the sad truth. Now, and like what you said, can we undo what we are seeking? We are talking about a Davido, we are talking about a Theophilus Sunday, we are talking about. Do you know the funny thing? There are many ladies in their circle, and I told a lady recently, a man knows who he will be.
Right.
A woman already knows the most likely answer to a question. If a guy comes to you today now and says I want to marry you, you already know whether you can go ahead with him or not. We all know what we are doing. It's just the truth. But there is one thing we all avoid. The fact that we all know what we are doing. Do we actually know what we are ready for or what we seek is a problem here. And yet we are letting pressure come upon our own heads. I feel that in this generation, we need to first ask ourselves genuine questions. Genuine questions. Are we ready for this? Do we actually want this? A particular Nollywood marriage broke up. Nini's wedding, the huge Nini.
Oh, yeah.
And many people, I do remember that whenever he posted his wife and his kids, I know lie, may I come out to play. Me self talk God when.
Yeah.
So when they broke up, the first question I asked myself is that so these people are passing through a lot. But we are looking at the peripherals, we are not looking at the depths of it all. Will you like to go through
that's an angle? So
that breakup?
Can I cut you there? So okay, now that's a whole different angle of this, and I'm so glad we got there. This episode would have been complete if we didn't get to that point.
Okay, but 5 minutes.
You see, things look good. Okay, so things look good on the outside.
Yeah.
Everything looks good when it's on social media. Now I
post what you love.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
see.
And the truth is, and it's not. So before we used to say that and say it in the sense that the celebrities are deceiving us, or the couples are trying to form perfect couple. It's not even forming. It's that. So if say I follow my husband fights now, am I going to pick a camera and be like, yo, we're fighting now, you guys, we're having the fight?
We ain't gonna do that.
Nobody's gonna do that. So it's when we're cool and we're happy, it's when we take pictures and take videos and all of that, put it on social media.
Even in the middle of an argument, you can just go to social media and say,
do you get
my baby is here.
Yeah, do you understand? Do you understand? Like minutes before an argument is happening. So we're quick to, because the other angle which I said you pointed to is the fact that a lot of times we're quick to fall in love with the good part of these things. There's always hard work behind every good relationship. Every great relationship, there's always hard work. It takes hard work, it takes intentionality to keep a relationship going. And so when you see this seemingly perfect couple online, they've had fights. They've had times that they had to really drag things and get ugly or whatever the case is. And another thing that you mentioned about the fact that there is a time factor to these things is the fact that the man that you're looking for might not be developed now. There's also a place of potential. Is that because that's another problem with our generation, this generation of women, is that we want made men,
ready-made.
And people will say, "Abeg," because now we have women that will be like, "Abeg, I don't too suffer. The one where I suffer for waiting, I don't follow anybody suffer again. If you don't come ready, don't no near me and all of that." And in this case, ready is always money in most of the cases. But I'm saying that, and if we're being more intentional about relationships and we're hoping to create more workable relationships, there is a place for potential. This is, you can meet a person and see where their head is at. Like, what are they working towards? Do they have a plan? Do they have a future? And you can tag along. And in fact, I used to think that was my ideal relationship, because my sister got married after 10 years of knowing my husband.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years. So, and I grew up with that. I saw a picture of myself with this husband, and I think I was 7 years or something. I was like, this brother has been in our house for a very long time. So I grew up with that, and that became ideal for me. I really wanted to, I don't want to meet plenty people, just one person, and we go. I've had 2 exes now, but I think I'm grateful for the experience.
Minus 12, that's 10.
So yeah, but I'm very intentional about my relationship. I was sharing with my friends when I was talking earlier today that I don't understand when people say they date for fun. I don't even understand what that is.
That's our generational term.
What does that concept even mean? How do you date for fun?
How do you date someone you can't possibly get married to?
We should investment in the business.
The only reason I would, and I am such a hard lover, that is one thing. But the only reason I'm able to love like that is that for as long as that relationship exists, I believe this is it. It's okay, it doesn't have to, it's not a by fire by force, do you understand? But as long as I am in that relationship, I am absolutely invested. So when you say date for fun, what does it exactly mean? Like you know that you don't have any plans for this person, or maybe just date.
No, just date like that.
They do waiting.
Yeah, they do waiting.
Yeah.
God bless you,
They do waiting.
They do.
It's supposed to be a relationship.
They do waiting.
And this is someone that still aspires to wear a crown.
Yeah, they do waiting. I mean, so these are the issues with our generation.
Yoruba na complete package language.
Every language is completely packaged. But there are just some proverbs that
Yoruba
can never be
Yoruba gets deep proverbs. Let me say they match.
Yeah.
Okay, throw that one.
Oh, okay, I know what you're. My father better not see this.
Oh, wow, You know wetin that one mean? You go carry broiler, come push shame wey suppose dey
person body, yeah.
You come put am
No,
for.
your programs are really busy. I feel like my father will be so disappointed if he actually watched it.
And they still another one though.
They
That
always
say,
talk programs.
wetin be pig? Ẹlẹ́dẹ̀.
Ẹlẹ́dẹ̀, yeah.
Wúrà lọ́rùn ẹlẹ́dẹ̀.
You say you try. You say you try.
Wetin pig wan take go do?
Yeah.
You go just carry enter mud, you no know say na gold.
Yeah.
So when you are aspiring to wear a crown, are you
When you're
building
looking for,
yourself?
when you're looking for a queen, and
like as a guy,
Yeah,
there is
you
a crown for a king, there's a crown for a queen.
Yeah.
So that crown that you're aspiring to wear,
Yes.
are you
Yeah.
ready?
Are you preparing
planning?
yourself?
Yeah, because to wear that crown, there are royalty sacrifices that comes along with it.
With every lies.
You will not wine and dine with. There is a place in the Bible that
Find a man diligent in his works, he will wine and dine with kings. Yeah.
Hey,
Stand
Carol,
No, leave am. Let's
But yeah, like I always say, and this is a prayer that I pray very frequently, that God prepares me for what He's preparing for me.
yes.
If you are handed something you're not prepared for, you will ruin it.
Exactly.
You will ruin it. So yeah, I think we should prepare for what we're praying for. Yeah.
Exactly. So that when you see it, you get to value it.
You value it
then
and you nurture it.
you embrace
enough
it because
to
you know what it
nurture it.
takes to get it.
Yeah.
Me, I
Fantastic.
don't cuckoo know whether I'm prepared for
Don't
anybody.
worry, don't
Don't
worry.
worry, Alex, I understand you.
Your own, your own.
Those girls, wait, Those girls,
I'm prescribing therapy. You don't tire me. The other episode it was spiritual
No, this
therapy.
one,
This
this time around.
Eh,
We are not using any therapy.
let's do business. Let's do
to
business.
church.
Let's do business.
We'll go to
The only
mountain.
therapy is business. Let's do money.
Don't worry, Alex. I just began to see a vision.
If you
It was,
see, and
it was those girls that did not pray and prepare for what they are about to do.
they are about to receive.
Don't worry, I will tell the next part to pray. I'll tell
I don't
you.
understand
Another
this
thing, you can be praying for them. You don't tell people to actually pray for
Yeah,
them.
Lord, let us see potentials in me.
Let that person be able to nurture what you have put inside of me. That's a prayer I pray.
Do you know? Okay, that's fine. But I will also want to say they should pray for themselves. So that they will be able to know what they carry.
But then,
You understand?
You don't want a strong
then-
person.
I'm
You
tired
don't
of
want wahala.
I'm tired of trying to help your life.
When you're not helping.
You get? I'm tired. I'm
but
tired.
then, to a very large extent, too, I think this one is to Alex as we are rounding off now because I have to round off totally. Alex, you must learn something too. I don't want to believe that you are the perfect one in
Yeah,
you must have had your flaws
You
too.
must
I
have
have
had your
flaws.
flaws.
And you
too.
figure them out.
Yes, I
And even me myself, I'm not
Because-
going to
because
see the flaws,
I'm
but that's how
direct.
camera.
But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
I will not.
Next episode.
I will not mean to.
Alright.
I'll hit you as it is.
You have to be diplomatic.
I cannot be
I
diplomatic.
told you.
I don't-
Women don't like truth.
These are
That's
things you
what
have to
I'm saying.
learn. This is you preparing. This is you preparing for the relationship you're praying for. So these are things you have to
You have to
learn.
learn it.
The marriage should just come, so the relationship will just be.
Experience is the
no,
best
but-
teacher. You have the
but-
experience.
Yeah, right. I mean,
But that's
that's
one
how
thing.
I go.
Those that deal with arranged marriages, how do they cope? But that's a talk for another day. After.
Yeah.
So on this edition, guys, we have to just say,
Bye-bye.
prepare for what you are about to receive.
Honestly,
Yes,
invest in yourself.
Don't just say
yes.
God when. Are you
Prepare for what
prepared
you're
for
praying for,
what
yes.
you are going for? It's just
Exactly,
one
yeah.
truth our generation needs to
To hear.
ask ourselves
Yeah,
and
exactly.
to hear. In the meantime, I would like to say this and I would like to say this. Please, you enjoyed this segment. I know you did. For you to enjoy
Yes.
the next segment, subscribe.
Yeah.
You
Subscribe.
sure
Just
say you know
click
enjoy
that
am? You enjoy
subscribe button. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó di pé ká máa fúnra wa ní pé ìlú. Subscribe first.
Subscribe.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And until we meet ourselves next time, or we come across you, or maybe we just jam your timeline again, we'll say bye.
Bye.